Today is finally the last part of adaptations. Adaptations of plants. Plants are much simpler than animals. Hence, they have fewer adaptations compared to animals. Plants' adaptations are mainly used for obtaining more sunlight, obtaining more water, reducing loss of water, pollination, and dispersal of fruits and seeds. The last two will be covered under reproduction in plants. Adaptations to obtain more sunlight. Plants need sunlight to photosynthesize. Hence, to get their leaves exposed to sunlight is important. Twinning stems. Stems that curl around a supporting structure, fence, pole, tree trunk, in order to grow taller. Reason, to grow taller so that the leaves can trap more sunlight and make more food. Creepers. Spread themselves on the ground. Reason, to increase the surface area of the leaves that is exposed to the sun, so that the leaves can trap more sunlight to make food. Grow on trees. Reason, so that the leaves can trap more sunlight to make food. Air in the leaf stalks. Reason, to stay afloat on the water so that more sunlight can be trapped to make food. Waxy, waterproof leaves. Reason, so that water is not absorbed and the plant does not sink. Adaptations to obtain water. Grow more root hairs. Roots near the ground surface and over a wider area. Reason, to absorb more water from a wider area. To absorb rainwater quickly as soon as it rains. Long deep roots. Reason, to absorb underground water. Adaptations to reduce loss of water. Plants give off excess water vapor through the stomata found on the leaves. By doing so, they lose water into the surrounds, evaporation of water to water vapor. Plants that live in a hot environment have to conserve water as the amount of water they can get is limited. Plants that live in a cold environment have to conserve water because the water is mostly frozen. Spiky, needle-like leaves and leaves with smaller surface area. For the cactus, its needle-like leaves do not contain chlorophyll to make food. Its stem photosynthesizes instead. Reason, leaves with smaller surface area have less stomata, hence water loss through the stomata is reduced. Shed their leaves in winter. Reason, in winter, available water is mostly frozen. By shedding their leaves, less water is needed by the plants. Store water in their stem. E.g. cactus. Reason, to use the stored water when the cactus cannot absorb enough water. Waxy leaves. To reduce water loss through the stomata. Silvered or light-colored leaves, e.g. desert plants. Reason, to reflect excess sunlight away so that evaporation of water through the stomata is reduced. Adaptations of insect-eating plants. Plants like Venus flytrap and pitcher plant grow in nutrient-poor soil. They can still photosynthesize, but they often have to feed on insects to get enough nutrients for themselves. Presence of nectar along the edges of the trap. Reason, so that insects will be attracted to the sweet smell. Bright colors of leaves or parts of the plant. Reason, so that insects will be attracted to the bright colors. Digestive juices, e.g. pitcher plants. Reason, to break down insects into simpler substances. That's it for today. Do join us for a trial lesson if you think this video helps. Contact us here.